and I want to say this, there was a press embargo the Congress party put on what Sonia Gandhi said. That embargo lifted. At 3 minutes to 9 p.m., we let the news out with it. Sonia Gandhi says BJP will ruin Bhartiyata. Pawan Verma joins the debate. Subramaniam Swamy stays on. Meenakshi Lekhi joins the debate. Thank you very much. Should we play out just for our viewers once again?
Yeah.
Just should we play out for our viewers once again? I will first play out a series of plates highlighting the words Sonia Gandhi has used, and then I'll play out a part of the tape. Here are some of those plates first. Let's put out the words. Okay, let's play out what Sonia Gandhi said first. This is what she said.
We are fighting in this election for a future where power is not the preserve of a select few, but exercised by the many. Today, our society stands at a crossroads. The Congress ideology and vision will continue to take us towards a healthy, free democracy open to the light of change and transformation. Their vision, clouded with hatred and falsehood, their ideology, divisive and autocratic, will drive us to the ruination of our Bhartiyata, our Hindustanian.
Okay. Pawan Verma, Meenakshi Lekhi, welcome. Pawan Verma, let's open with you. You know, the Congress, before we move to the Congress and the BJP, why do you think she's saying this? To the ruin of Bhartiyata and Hindustanian. It's not secular versus non-secular. She has basically said the BJP will ruin the nation. The BJP will ruin India, but more than that, the BJP will ruin Indianness. So she has emphasized on nationalistic credentials. I emphasize, she has usurped, Pawan Verma, the BJP's claim on its nationalistic credentials. I want your understanding of what she said here today.
No, I think that I'm glad that finally, just as an aside, Sonia Gandhi and Manmohan Singh, even less, but they are using television. They have been the most silent presidents of a party and a prime minister of a country. But to come to your essential point, I think what Sonia Gandhi is saying, and it's not as if the Congress doesn't have much to explain in this regard, is that if there is a BJP avatar which works to us on a strategy to polarize votes on the basis of religion, it is a serious threat and a danger to the country. That is the essential point. You can do it for partisan interests. Even the Congress party went for the Shahi Imam.
Part of BJP in Bihar.
Why would you do it if you are not also playing the
No,
same
but why?
game
No,
of
no. One second. What about the
basis of
Samajwadi
religion?
Party? What about the Samajwadi Party, whose leader says that the peaks of Kargil were not conquered by Hindus but by Muslims? What is that? Does that ruin Bhartiyata or not?
I condemn it unequivocally.
She doesn't. No, Sonia Gandhi
I condemn it unequivocally. Arnab, the nation, this country, its people want to move away from this partisan divide between Mahants and Mullahs.
No,
and they want
we are debating today.
Progressive India.
No,
what is happening is all these parties are trying to capitalize on the polarization of votes.
So she makes
and at the end of this debate during the elections,
she makes it. Sonia Gandhi makes it a battle of ideologies, Meenakshi Lekhi. She draws a distinction between what is genuine plurality and what is a religion-driven, autocratic, divisive, filled with hatred and falsehood ideology, which is, turned into some kind of a nationalistic outlook. She has really taken you on this time. She's not made spokespersons take you on. She's taken you on absolutely directly. And she has hit you at your core, because I remember that in 2004, Advani had said that Bhartiyata and not Hindutva is your main plank. She's questioned you there. Meenakshi
Lekhi. I go back to the history of this lady. The history of this lady is that after more than 11 years of a marriage with a gentleman called Rajiv Gandhi, She chose not to be an Indian citizen. Now, Bhartiyata at best can be defined by the Citizenship Act of this
Meenakshi
country.
Lekhi, speak
After
with some
marrying a
respect
man,
when you're
One minute.
Prime Minister.
One minute.
With some respect.
I am
Maintain
calling
some
her a
protocol.
lady, and I'm calling.
Arnab, we should
I
ask
don't
you to
know,
speak with some dignity and respect. This is a political discourse. I would not like it if the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson utters very pedestrian language.
No,
How
one
do you
second.
want me to address her? What pedestrian language?
No, I can hint. I can see the condescension in your language. I can see the condescension in your tone and your language. Meenakshi Lekhi, I can see the condescension in your language. Speak with some decency. Don't sound condescending. Don't sound condescending. Speak. People are watching you, Meenakshi Lekhi. The people of India are watching you. You're a woman. Speak with some respect. Speak with some honor. Speak with some maturity.
I am a woman, and that's why I'm calling her a lady. I am calling her the lady, and I'm calling her the wife of a former Prime Minister of this country. And that is why I'm questioning her. She calls herself, and she's going to give me lecture on Indianness. The lady chooses not to take Indian citizenship till her husband becomes the Prime Minister. After she moves into the Prime Minister estate, she takes the citizenship 11 days, 20 days thereafter. And she's going to preach me Indianness.
Why should she not? No, why she has made it a battle of ideologies. She has made it a battle.
I think Meenakshi Lekhi
what she has done. What she has done. Meenakshi Lekhi, a minute. Meenakshi Lekhi, to play devil's advocate with you.
Herself is questionable.
So, Miss Lekhi, just a minute. I see a couple of hands go up. It's an open debate, okay? So anyone can come in.
This is a vicious personal tirade. This is a
Are you rattled?
Personal tirade.
Are you rattled? Are you rattled, Meenakshi?
No, I'm not.
Are you rattled with her TV attack?
I am not. I am not.
Suddenly Sonia Gandhi comes on TV with a 2-minute 50-second appeal. Are you rattled? Because do you know what's Meenakshi Lekhi, a minute. Meenakshi Lekhi.
The fact that you're rattled is for the world to see, Meenakshi Lekhi. The world can see how you're rattled, how your party is restless and disturbed.
I don't get rattled, but I have every business to expose this lady, and I'm going to do that word by word. Now you asked me about Indianness. I have a very simple answer, and my answer is Indianness is determined by the Citizenship Act of India. The lady chooses to be the Indian citizen post her husband.
No, you are making it personal then, you see. No, 1 second. 1 minute. Just a minute. Now, Miss Lekhi. Now, Miss Lekhi, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me come in, please, Miss Lekhi.
This is an act of law by which a person binds himself or herself with the oath of abiding by the Constitution
Miss
of the country.
Lekhi, at a time
now, Miss Lekhi, we are not. Lekhi is naturally vitriolic. She is naturally venomous. She is naturally vicious. It is in her DNA. She can't help it. Actually, my sympathies are with you, Meenakshi Lekhi. You can't help it. I understand it. The country is watching you.
Yes,
the country is watching you talking in a manner which is derogatory, deplorable, and I think shameful.
Of course it is.
It's shameful.
Derogatory
it's shameful that you're talking about the Congress president the way you are.
My question is
it's a shame.
Just
and the country will respond to you. The country will respond to you, Meenakshi Lekhi.
Can I get 1 second? It's
well, listen,
just a
to answer you.
Now we are getting now Sanjay Jai, Meenakshi Lekhi, you please, both of you, for a minute. You see, please understand, we have two ways of proceeding in the Newshour debate.
I have to go to another debate.
No, 1 second, Sanjay.
I have to go to another debate.
I know you have to go to another debate, and Randeep Surjewala of the Congress Party is also going to be joining us. Till he comes in, you have to stay on. So he's going to be joining us at 9:30. So just the question is this, please. It's still 9:28. The question is simply this. You see, she is making an ideological. Meenakshi, we've spent 7 minutes discussing Sonia Gandhi. No, please. Now, Miss Lekhi. Now, Miss Lekhi, just a minute.
Ideology.
Miss Lekhi,
person who chooses
Miss Lekhi, allow me, because I don't want to have to speak over you. Just a minute.
What?
The question is, now please listen, and Pawan Verma is coming in. You see, look at what's happening now. It's a time when Amit Shah has been banned by the Election Commission from rallies in Uttar Pradesh after these speeches. So if you look at Amit Shah and you say Sonia Gandhi says there are people whose vision is clouded with hatred and falsehood. Now you tell me, why should there not be a debate on ideology? That's the question. Secondly,
I'll come.
Secondly,
okay. Now I'll come to.
Please understand.
No, we go
please understand. Please understand. Please understand. Please understand.
We pick up
please understand.
Every word of her statement.
Okay, Pawan Verma is coming. Pawan Verma is coming. It's Pawan Verma next.
Arnab, since I have to
Pawan Verma.
Arnab, there are two ways to respond to an accusation. One is to shoot the messenger. The other is to go into the substance of it. For whatever ground she has, Meenakshi Lekhi has attacked Sonia Gandhi personally. But there is also an accusation that Sonia Gandhi has made, and I think we should discuss it. I want to ask you just this. If in the BJP they are talking of Bhartiyata, and if Mohan Bhagwat says in July 2013 that Hindutva is the only solution for India, if Mr. VP Singhal a month later says Hinduism is the only force which can make India the #1 country, if you put the Ram Mandir back into the agenda, not in the manner of the manifesto, but by organizing yatras on the one hand, while talking of governance and development on the other. If you take two MLAs accused of inciting communal violence and felicitate them on stage in the presence and with the blessings of the Supreme Leader of the BJP, if you don't visit the victims of the Gujarat 2002 riots, they are in Ahmedabad in the worst conditions possible in 10 years of your rule, then you have a right to ask the question that is your vision of Bhartiyata too narrow, and is it based on exclusion rather than inclusion? Is it based on a conscious strategic polarization of votes? It's a legitimate question to ask.
Can I just...
No, 1 minute. So why are Azam Khan's comments not...
scholarships in the name of religion and not the economic poverty of a person.
Throwing questions is one thing.
When you go and have statements
throwing questions is one thing, but can you or Subramaniam Swamy? Can you or Subramaniam Swamy explain to me?
Connections with MIM.
Subramaniam Swamy.
When you sit and have
let's get so.
Alliances
Don't. Again, Meenakshi Lekhi.
Congress has a lot to answer.
Miss Lekhi, are you rattled or what? Please listen to me. The question is that here goes Sonia Gandhi. No, she at this phase of the campaign, she goes on television.
You're letting Mr. Verma speak.
She goes on television.
Now, 2 people have spoken. I need that much time.
She goes on television and takes on Narendra Modi directly for the first time. And Subramaniam Swamy, you set the context.
We'll take on her.
You said, one second. You take her on Meenakshi.
Autocratic. I'll come to autocratic.
No, 1 minute. Just a minute. You come when, Randeep Surjewala is joining us in a minute. So, when we get the satellite link up with him, I'm going to get you back. But Subramaniam Swamy is quiet tonight because he knows that when you give tickets to people like Kunwar Bhartendu Singh, Hukum Singh, Sanjeev Balia,
what's wrong with them?
Well, what's wrong with them is that they are all Muzaffarnagar riots accused.
They've been exonerated by the court. They've been exonerated
well, they
by
were.
the court.
1 minute, please. They were all part of the Mahapanchayat, which was held despite prohibitory orders. They inflamed tensions. There is a.
Lodi Road Thana has 3 warrants which have not been executed.
No, by the way,
for your knowledge.
Just a minute. The question goes to. And by the way, Randeep Surjewala, welcome to the debate.
And she goes and has a meeting
Randeep
with
Surjewala,
him.
now I can just. Do we agree on one thing, that the Subramaniam Swamy and Meenakshi Lekhi on one side, who are also getting covering fire from. Sunil Alag.
I haven't covered fire as yet.
So just for a minute, and the context is this. I'm going to play that soundbite once again. This is what Sonia Gandhi has said, and I'm repeatedly asking Meenakshi Lekhi, are you rattled today? Because this is the first time Sonia Gandhi goes and takes on Narendra Modi and the BJP directly. The theme is this: if the BJP comes in, Bhartiyata or Indianness will be ruined. Here's the TV attack, which the whole country is talking about.
We are fighting in this election for a future where power is not the preserve of a select few, but exercised by the many. Today, our society stands at a crossroads. The Congress ideology and vision will continue to take us towards a healthy, free democracy open to the light of change and transformation. Their vision, clouded with hatred and falsehood, their ideology, divisive and autocratic, will drive us to the ruination of our Bhartiyata, our Hindustaniyat.
Couple of counter questions were asked you. I was taking notes. Meenakshi Lekhi put 3 counter questions. One was that she mentioned a meeting with the Pope. I don't understand that in what context she was saying that. She can elaborate on that. Secondly, she says Sonia Gandhi only meets victims of one community, after the riots. And then she says the maximum number of cases of rioting have happened during the Congress regime. Subramaniam Swamy also there pointed out.
I also talked about scholarships.
And scholarships only to people of one community, etc. Look, you're attempting to polarize it again. So she says basically that Sonia Gandhi does not have the credentials to question Bhartiyata. And she began with a fairly personal attack on Sonia Gandhi, saying that she had herself not accepted Indian citizenship for a long time and hence her own credentials are suspect. Now, Randeep Surjewala will
become the Prime Minister.
I think I have succinctly put in what both of you have said. Now let's give Randeep Surjewala a turn to respond.
I haven't said anything so far.
What do you have to go? Okay, you want to add something? Add it.
I also want to add.
Okay, both of you will be. You can add your points, and Surjewala will respond.
Yeah.
Yes, Subramaniam Swamy.
Well, first of all, let me say that Hindustaniyat is in Sanskritized Hindi is Hindutva. So I don't understand what Ms. Sonia Gandhi means when she said.
But I thought Hindutva was not supposed to be used politically as per the BJP, what they said. Why are you using it politically during the TV
No, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about what Ms. Sonia Gandhi said.
Why are you getting a cultural issue into a political debate? Why are you using Hindutva politically?
Wait a minute. Listen to me first, don't go on talking.
We are using
don't go on talking. Listen to me. I'm replying to you. What do you mean political? She used the word Hindustaniyat. What is Hindustaniyat? It is nothing but Hindutva.
Indianness.
So, Indianness is Hindutva.
Fine, that's your spin to it. That's your spin.
Hindutva.
That's your spin.
And that's not my spin. It is the translation. You've been used to Urdu. What can I do?
It's a Subramaniam.
I am used to Sanskritized
I don't
Hindi.
know Urdu, but that's a Subramaniam.
Now
translation.
let me complete. Let me complete. I want to say that first of all, when you meet the Imam and ask the Muslims to vote for Congress, where is the Bhartiyata and Hindustaniyat? Second, when the Prime Minister says the first charge on resources will be to Muslims, where is the Hindustaniyat? And then you go and have an alliance with Muslim League, and then you say Hindustaniyat. I'm telling you, this hypocrisy must end.
Fine.
Okay,
one minute. So
very quickly,
fine.
Mr. Surjewala.
Okay.
See, when she went to the Imam, what worries me is what Sonia Gandhi actually said. She said, I do not want the Muslims to split the secular vote.
No, she said don't split the secular vote.
Yeah, don't split the secular vote. It means that everybody other than Muslims is non-secular. What did she mean by telling only the Muslims do not split the secular vote? That's the one question that I want answered today. Second is, Pawan was...
In the context of this TV attack?
In the context of the TV attack, where she said that this is divisive and you're not working on Hindutva, she speaks exactly the opposite for the Congress, and I want an answer to that. Pawan has been part of the BJP for so long. I'm actually surprised that he's suddenly woken up to this ideology of the BJP and he's now attacking them. That's second thing. The third thing is, as far as I'm concerned, Sonia Gandhi has said power cannot be in the hands of a select few, but power cannot be in the hands of a select family either. A few is much more than a family. And that's another question where she is in no position to have said what she said today. Now let Surjewala say what.
All right, one second. Now I think the TV attack is the subject of the debate. That's the sentiment analysis. Twitter responses to Sonia Gandhi's TV attack are on your screen. Randeep Surjewala, I don't know how many points you're going to refer. Do you want me to summarize it or you remember?
Let me begin by saying that you don't call 3 BJP spokespersons on one panel for a debate. Not that I mind. It's okay.
No, can I say one?
Can I say one? There are two.
Can I say one thing?
I am speaking as an Indian.
No, one second. I have to square off on this one.
Well, I'll keep quiet if you want me to. No,
I have to. No, one second. I just want to put the record straight, Mr. Surjewala, so that you firstly, complete balance on our panels is very important. A, there is a gentleman called Pawan Verma who is on your side on this debate. B, we did request the Congress to send if they want 2 spokespersons, but there wasn't enough time.
Please do not color him.
I am not a member of the BJP.
So I believe there is balance on the panel, though it's tilted towards against Sonia Gandhi. I admit on that. So we'll have to give him time to respond. Fine. Anyway, let him respond to the points now. Fine.
Arnab, let me begin by saying that this is exactly what Mrs. Sonia Gandhi spoke about, what you are seeing on your panel and channel both. They will talk about hatred. They will talk about running down others. They will talk with anger. They will talk with ahankar. They will speak with venom. They will speak the language of hate and revenge that my senior colleagues on the panel just did. They will indulge in blame game. But Congress will not do so because we represent brotherhood. We represent cohesion in this country. We represent the language of love. We represent the secular credentials which talks about the tradition of Sarv Dharam Sambhav, which I know that my friends in BJP and your 3 panelists seem to have completely obliterated from the history of our civilization. But I do not think fringe elements in Bharatiya Janata Party and rank opportunists who spread a hate agenda to divide communities purely for sake of votes can ever quell the voice of love, the voice of brotherhood, the voice of cohesion and the language of Sarv Dharam Sambhav. And that is what Mrs. Sonia Gandhi spoke about. वो तोड़ते हैं, हम जोड़ते हैं, वो बांटते हैं, हम साथ लेकर चलते हैं, वो बदला लेंगे, हम साथ हाथ में हाथ पकड़कर चलेंगे. This is what my friends in BJP represent. I think I heard her. I can understand her impatience. I can also understand her anger. but we refuse to reply with anger.
The rhetoric will not do.
We will reply with respect.
Will not do, Mr. Surjewala. I think
you will call it rhetoric. We will call it reality. I know you will call it rhetoric
and 2012
because you don't understand.
No, one second. Are you conceding? One second, Mr. Surjewala, will you concede a minute? Mr. Surjewala, one second. No, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve in this debate, Mr. Surjewala.
What you call pseudo-secular is the Sarvadharam Sambhav.
Okay, now, should I, just a minute. Acha, Surjewala ji, Randeep Singh.
Do not interrupt your panelists.
No, 1 second. Meenakshi, 1 minute. Meenakshi, a minute. Meenakshi, listen to me, please. Pawan Verma later.
We heard
Meenakshi, a minute.
Mr. Subramaniam Swamy shouting at you. We heard Meenakshi ji. We also heard the third panelist. Let them have some patience. I know they are impatient to come to power, but their ahankar and impatience, unfortunately,
will you take counter questions?
Any meaningful reality, because 125 crore people of this country know.
Now, Mr. Surjewala,
being perpetuated,
Mr. Surjewala, take counter questions.
Of hate and division
take counter questions, Mr. Surjewala.
By BJP and Mr. Modi and his two IC Shri Amit Shah will not sustain.
Mr. Surjewala, no, Mr. Surjewala, take counter questions. Counter questions. Are you taking counter questions?
On the language of secularism, on the
counter questions. I think we should take counter questions.
On the language of love.
Mr. Surjewala, you're not going to stop.
Let me ask you
that is why we say it is
Mr. Surjewala. No.
That is why
Surjewala ji,
the slogan is Bato, Maro, Kato in BJP, and slogan in Congress is Har Haath
7 minutes. I'm saying
that is what Mrs. Gandhi
Mr. Surjewala.
said. And I can understand the anger.
Mr. Surjewala, please.
And I can understand the anger
I know
that
you can
my friend Meenakshi ji have. I can understand the anger that Subramaniam Swamy ji have. But let me tell you, this country will not be run by anger. This country would be run by
your arguments are bereft of facts. You know, it's like a playwriter has written some dialogues and you're going on rehearsing them.
This country for self-serving ends.
Okay, now
polity has been divided.
Stop! Please stop! Just a minute. I request you, please stop. Just a minute, Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, just a minute. I can't.
Because you have divided people. You have perfected the art
Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, take a break.
or
the question was
the
put,
capacity or capability.
No, what's it?
Question really the raise
how
the
many
issue
rights have
of
happened under
secularism.
Congress regime? That was the question.
The only thing, the question was whose
rhetoric,
intent
please.
it
Give me
is
the number.
to divide this polity based on the hate.
Second counter question. Okay, no, 1 second. Pawan Verma, anyone can come to the debate. No, 1 second.
Whatever you may try.
I allow, no, 1 second. Pawan Verma wants to counter that. Pawan Verma is countering. Pawan Verma.
The vicious and venomous agenda that RSS and
Randeep Surjewala. Pawan Verma and Subramaniam Swamy now coming in. Yes, please. On the screen at this stage, Pawan Verma and Subramaniam Swamy. Pawan Verma will ask a question, Subramaniam Swamy will respond. Yes, Pawan Verma. 3 minutes to the break.
Sir,
Pawan Verma, keep it short.
I want to ask a question and I will take 30 seconds. 30 seconds only. I want to make a comment. Secularism could be a dirty word in today's political milieu. But respect for all faiths is not an option, it's a compulsion in India. Why are the BJP spokesmen so amused and laughing about the fact that somebody makes a plea for respect for all faiths?
Only because of the person making it. Pawan, only because of the person making it. 1 second, Pawan. I was amused by the person who made it.
Lose sense of sanity.
Correct. The person, I was amused by the person.
I agree with you.
I was amused by the person who was making it.
I agree with you, and I want to ask Mr. Surjewala. Sunil, let me just finish. I'll take 5 seconds more. Any party which tries to vitiate the atmosphere on the basis of religion is hitting out at the freedom and dignity of every citizen of this country. And I want to ask, the BJP has no reason to be amused. I want to ask Mr. Surjewala, why do you go to the Shahi Imam?
Why? Oh, yes.
Why do you say secularism requires the support of only one community?
Well, Vajpayee also met Bukhari.
Again, we find it very amusing. Somebody...
No, Vajpayee also met Bukhari.
I find somebody very amused at any sane debate.
No, don't.
No citizen in this country can be safe. This is
Subramaniam Swamy is responding to that. 1 second. I placed on...
social harmony.
I placed...
I think the question Arnab is put to me. So let me answer that. I think Pawanji asked a question from me, so let me answer that. With due regards, Pawanji, it is... open for any citizen in this country to come and meet Mrs. Sonia Gandhi as
please. We're not meeting for coffee. Come on now.
What did she say?
Come and meet her.
It was a pure political, 100% pure political meeting.
Is he not a citizen of this country?
Oh, yes.
When Shahi Imam goes and meets Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then it is all right. But if any delegation, any representative delegation or people comes and meets Congress President, it is sacrilege.
Okay, what's a counter?
All shades. Sadhu, sons, Mahatmas,
no, I have Mr. Surjewala.
They all come and meet.
1 second, Mr. Surjewala. When Mr. Vajpayee,
Congress President never appealed for vote
Mr. Surjewala,
either to Shahi Imam or to anyone else.
It was clearly said when Mr. Vajpayee went to meet the Imam, he didn't ask for get the Muslims to vote for me. Sonia Gandhi said you must not split secular vote.
Fine.
It was her quote.
Subramaniam Swamy.
Please, there's a big difference.
Surjewala, and by the way, yes, Vajpayee did meet Bukhari.
Yes,
Vajpayee did meet Bukhari. Subramaniam Swamy responds to Mr. Surjewala.
Well, Mr. Surjewala sounds like a tape recorder.
Very interesting tweet. Can I read?
Well, you are even worse than that, sir. Let me tell you. You sound like a broken record.
You sound like a tape recorder or like a car without brakes hurtling down the hill. So let me say that when they try to unite the Muslims, they call it secularism.
All the fuel, sir.
And anybody who wants to make the Hindus rise above casteism and unite, they say it is communalism. Now we know their mentality.
Okay. Why you were
they don't want the Hindus to unite.
University.
That is the problem. The day the Hindus unite, all this appeasement
I'm taking a break. Should we come back?
No value.
Sir, was this the language on account of which you were sacked?
1 minute.
By the Harvard University.
1 minute. Before it goes from amusing to offensive. Before it goes from amusing to offensive, I'm taking a break and...
going to the University of Cambridge.
1 second.
Tell lies in my affidavit.
I take a break. We will have to extend this. So the debate continues. We're taking a break. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll continue the debate. Randeep Surjewala takes on Subramaniam Swamy, says, is this the language for which you were removed from Harvard University? I didn't hear Subramaniam Swamy's response, but I will on the other side of the break. On the other side of the break. We'll keep this just very sharp 5 minutes. Question here goes. Surjewala had to leave. By the way, what was that going on? Somebody says you're a broken record. Somebody says you're a tape recorder. You're a car hurtling down without brakes. That's fantastic. Wonderful analogies. Why you're not happy with that, Pawan Verma? I thought that was in the natural flow of television debates before an election.
No. I'll tell you why, Arnab. I'll take 30 seconds. I'll take 30 seconds only. I'll tell you why I'm not happy. Because the manner in which these debates often get personalized, they do not allow you to discuss the substance of the issue. And I just want to say on the substance, there is no greater danger to the glory of Hinduism than rabid fundamentalist Hindus. And there is no greater danger to the glory of Islam than rabid fundamentalist Muslims.
No, why do you laugh?
I'm very sorry to say.
No, why do you laugh, Subramaniam Swamy? Why do you laugh at that?
I'm laughing because this is such a platitude that it is such a platitude that is not worth repeating. Of course it is. Who wants fundamentalism? Anyway, no Hindu can be fundamentalist.
Sir, 1 second. Arnab,
platitude.
To rescue this debate again from the likes of Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, to come back to the point, I think the BJP is providing, under its current avatar, notwithstanding Mr. Swamy's incessant and irrelevant laughter, far too much space to people of this hue, and in a manner that would have shocked their own Bhishma Pitama, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And I must say the Congress, instead of fighting this danger, is taking the softer options of aligning with often fundamentalist and inconsequential imams from the Muslim world, which is not good either. Please, Arnab, use your debates to focus on sanity in this country. We do not
I have only one question to
fundamentalist French.
Well, I have only one question to ask to the BJP. And I want to know from the BJP, when it is reported that someone from the RSS reportedly circulate a magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga, seemingly defending the two youth who killed a Muslim youth on August 30th for harassing their sister, which was the trigger for the riots. And I don't know what was written. I don't want to repeat what's written in that magazine. But that magazine, makes an attempt at polarizing the situation. No, 1 minute. I will not read it. Makes an attempt at polarizing.
Which magazine?
What?
Which magazine?
Which magazine?
A magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga.
That is not a RSS daily.
Well, just a minute, please. The magazine published, you find out who this published to and what their affiliations are. I make up nothing. A widely reported fact. The fact is this, why hasn't the BJP spoken out on this? Today, Meenakshi Lekhi says how many riots have taken place in Congress-ruled state. But what causes riots? Meenakshi Lekhi. The UP government banned a VHP yatra in Ayodhya to Ayodhya in August. 1 minute, I'll take 10 more seconds. I'll take 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. The BJP claimed the yatra was a fundamental right. Right? But it happens in a state which has witnessed 34 incidents of communal violence before August that year. So, when you speak of what the statistics, why don't you ask yourself what leads to the statistics? And then you ask yourself also. And with this example, I'll close. And I hope I get an effective counter to this and to what Pawan Verma says. Because I know...
There has not been a single riot in Gujarat.
Yogi, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Yogi Adityanath, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh.
So there stands the comparison.
I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Okay, I am talking about Uttar Pradesh. Because
why no riots in Gujarat?
Goswami,
but can I give one more point? One more point, and I want factual replies. What did Yogi Adityanath say during the rally in Balrampur in Uttar Pradesh? Muslims consider terrorists their protectors. Hindus must unite and remain alert of Muslims wherever they live and confront them if the situation demands. Is that Bhartiyata? Is that Hindustaniyat? Which tenet of Hindutva Meenakshi Lekhi or Subramaniam Swamy allows that kind of language to be used. Tell me a tenet of Hindutva
I don't know.
which allows that language to be used.
You know,
You want an answer?
No, any of you can answer, but Meenakshi Lekhi can go first because that was
killed incessantly and no law and order to prevail in any part of the country. Now, where are Hindus now confined? Now, if we touch the history, we'll be touching a very, very...
No. I'm saying all of these cases which were blatant. No, all of these cases.
I have to go back to 1947. You
you answer my cases.
I'm giving you an answer.
Answer the cases I told you. Yogi Adityanath.
I will answer. Yogi Adityanath cannot be looked into isolation. You must look at the history from 47 and prior to that. You must look at the confrontation.
Pawan Verma says he can't believe your response.
Hindus have been treated.
Pawan Verma says he can't believe your response.
No, you have to. Now you better listen to me. Now Mr. Verma has to answer me factually. 1947, this part of the country got about 9 to 12% of Muslim population. Today it is about 18%.
No, so
Pakistan got about
what are you suggesting?
Of Hindu population.
What are you suggesting?
1%.
What are you suggesting?
Bangladesh got 38 point some odd percent till 72. Today it is less than 7.2%. Now this is how the world works.
Are you actually saying that? Are you raising India's population statistics to now target
what secularism is?
Are you
how
using
has
India's
Kashmir been formed? Where secular word is not even part of constitution.
You are not happy with the
Congress party has been in power from beginning till now.
No, 1 second. Meenakshi Lekhi.
PDP, whether it's
Meenakshi Lekhi, you are even suggesting. You want to. So, Meenakshi Lekhi, what do you want? Do you want a situation where you say? Do you want a situation where you say Muslims can only be allowed to have this kind of percentage in the population? There should be a demographic cap on the number of Muslims in our country. Can you have a demographic cap?
Not on rhetoric.
Can you have a demographic cap
without Hindus? Do you want an India without Hindus?
Can you have a demographic cap?
Everybody has to
I don't understand your argument.
It cannot be the responsibility of one side.
No.
It has to be both.
I'm sorry, Meenakshi Lekhi, but you cannot have.
And it is where law and order situation breaks. Right happens.
You cannot have a demographic cap on. You cannot have. Please speak within the tenets of the Indian Constitution. Please speak again within the tenets of Indian Constitution.
Can I just
please? No. Please. This is dangerous argument.
Can I
just 1 minute? Pawan Verma wants to respond.
Will rights happen or not?
I place on record just 2 things. I asked a question on Yogi Adityanath, unanswered. I asked a question on the magazine titled Muzaffarnagar Danga, unanswered. However, a question raised about the demography of India and how Muslims are now 18% of the population. I don't see any way in which in a democratic, secular country, you can have a demographic cap. I think Pawan Verma wants to respond. You cannot have, no, 1 second. You cannot say that there's going to be a demographic cap, only these many percentage of people in a country are allowed to be Muslims. Then tomorrow you will say only these percentage of people are allowed to be Parsis or Sikhs.
No.
You cannot do that.
You cannot do it. I agree.
That's a very strange and divisive argument. Pawan Verma wants to respond to Meenakshi Lekhi, please. I'm closing the debate in 2 minutes, but not without a counter.
No, Arnab, I just want to say that in 1947, the population of India itself was around 350 million. Today it's 1.2 billion. All communities and people of all races have grown. There is a particularly dangerous propaganda machine in the BJP which plays on the non-existent fear of Hindus that we are going to be swarmed by the other community. It is a canard to spread hatred. Hindus and Muslims have lived together for centuries and millennia in peace. Please don't break this very, very strong accord by this
can I just end?
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Please, don't do this to this country.
Pawan, can I?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Who's doing this to this country? The ones who are breaking the law and order situation, or the ones who are protecting the law and order situation?
Being party to this.
No, I think Mr. Pawan Verma should look at the record of his own government.
How can you have a How can you have a demographic cap on members of one religion? You cannot have it. You cannot have it. You cannot say there has to be a demographic cap on people from one religion. That's just not acceptable. It's unconstitutional, undemocratic.
I agree.
It cannot be allowed. Meenakshi Lekhi, would you like to revise what you just said? Because it's a very dangerous track that you're on.
What?
No, you said Muslims were 5% during partition. Now they are 18%. I mean, how can you even suggest?
No, I didn't say 5%. No, I am saying, I am countering your question. You are labeling Hindus as communal. That is my counter. If Hindus were communal, this population growth would have happened. That is my counter.
Nobody is labeling Hindus as communal. We are labeling your politics as communal.
You are. That is my counter. My counter is to the fact that in 47, if Hindus are communal, the way you are trying to label them, this would not have happened. And if
nobody is labeling them,
you are making them communal. The reverse figure, then they are communal.
Sonia's TV attack, that debate will continue later tomorrow. 1 second. 1 minute. I'm moving to the next debate in a minute. I'd only like to repeat this once again. You cannot have a cap, a demographic cap on members of any religion. Now, Sonia Gandhi has launched a 3-minute TV attack.
Demographic cap.
No, I just want to end that we should talk about growth. We should talk about the manifestos and not talk about this divisive
But at the same time, but at the same time, the Congress cannot expect. No wonder. But at the same time, the Congress cannot expect that people will not talk about price rise, that people will not talk about scams, that people will not talk about corruption, and that you'll be able to shield all these issues by simply talking about Bhartiyata. That cannot be allowed either. Subramaniam Swamy, Meenakshi Lekhi, Pawan Verma and Sunil Alagh, who provided covering fire. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.